What's up everybody, it's Sean here today to give you guys a review of the Teddy Santis New Balance 990 V1 in this Marblehead and Incense colorway. Today's video is sponsored by Soul Savvy. Soul Savvy is a membership-based community of like-minded, passionate sneakerheads. And as a member, they give you the tools, the resources, and the information you need to be able to buy the shoes that you want for retail. So I've been a member of Soul Savvy for years now, pretty much since they started. And the thing I love most about being a member is that it gives me that one-stop shop so I know exactly what's releasing, where, and when. And as a member, they give you so many perks, such as add to cart links, sneaker website monitors, a marketplace where they sell shoes only for retail, training sessions for big sneaker releases, and recently they introduced something called Soul Savvy Collect. So this is a sneaker marketplace mobile app where you can show off your collection, you can buy, sell, and trade with absolutely zero transaction fees. And the only people that can transact within the app are Soul Savvy members, so you know everyone's legit and they've all been individually vetted. So if you guys want to learn more about Soul Savvy and potentially become a member, I'll add a link down below in the description box for you guys to check out. So I know this review is super delayed, but I'm finally getting around to doing it. So this is part of the Teddy Santis New Balance collection, in which Teddy Santis, for those who don't know, is also better known as the founder of Aime Leon Dore, but he was named the creative director of New Balance's Made in USA line last year. So this was part of the 3-shoe debut pack, which dropped back on April 28th, and they released alongside a V2 and a V3, all in the same color scheme of Marblehead and Incense. So the style code for this shoe is M990TA1, and they retailed for $190 US or 235 Canadian dollars. And just like all the other shoes and the apparel in this collection, these are all made in the USA. So first things first, here's a quick look at the box. And just like the other two pairs in this pack, this comes in a cream colored box with this oversized New Balance retro logo in red. And on the side of the box, it says made in USA for over 75 years. As for the shoe itself, so this is your classic New Balance 990 V1 silhouette. So the 990 V1 originally dropped back in 1982, priced at a hefty $100 US, and unlike the running shoes in that era, where they were often loud with splashes of color, New Balance rolled it back, keeping it classic and dressing it in all gray. So as for this shoe, this is done in a combination of gray with cream colored hits. So as we take a look at the toe box, the base layer here, this is covered in this mesh material, which is done in this dark khaki color with a hint of olive. Surrounding the front toe cap, we have this large overlay of this very long-haired hairy suede, and this same suede covers the entire mid-panel of the shoe as well. Stitched on top of this, we have this large New Balance end logo, which is constructed out of a very plush leather. And then moving downwards, we have more of that same mesh that we saw earlier on the toe box, and then overlaid on top of this, we have more of that long-haired gray suede, and at the very top, we have this khaki or tan-colored suede with New Balance branding debossed across it. On the bottom of the heel, we have this cream-colored TPU heel clip with New Balance branding on the lateral side, and this helps give you added structure and support for the back end of the shoe. As for the laces, so these come with two different lace options. The standard lace that these come with is a flat style lace done in this cream color, but they also give you a secondary pair of white colored flat laces as well. Underneath this, we have a thin mesh tongue, which is done in that same khaki and olive mix, and at the very top, we have this retro looking tag with New Balance Made in USA branding. Surrounding the back portion of the interior of the shoe, this is covered in a white colored leather-like material, and then taking out the insoles, these come with their standard foam line insole. It's done in this cream colored finish, and we have this brand new style of New Balance branding stamped on the heel in black. So the upper of the 990 V1 sits atop this full-length EVA foam midsole. The midsole is done in three colors, more of a white finish on the top of the forefoot, gray on the top of the heel, and then on the very bottom, we have this cream colored hit. And then turning the shoe over to the bottom, here we have your classic 990 V1 outsole. So this is entirely constructed out of a black colored Vibram rubber and has a bit more of a shiny and sleeker feel to it to the touch. So that breaks down the look and the construction of these 990 V1s. And for those wondering about sizing, so I'm a true size 10, slightly on the wider side. I got these in a 9.5, which is a half size down, and they fit me well in a nice snug way. To give you guys a point of comparison, I also go a half size down in other New Balance silhouettes like the 990 V3, V4, V5, the 992, and the 998. And in comparison, I usually stick true to size in other New Balance silhouettes like the 997, most of my 2002 Rs, and a lot of the made in UK models like the 1500, the 991, and the 1530. So long story short, if you like more of a snug one-to-one fit, go a half size down, but if you like more of a roomy fit or if you have wider feet, then stick true to size. Next up in terms of the comfort, so the 990 V1 is a very basic shoe from a comfort standpoint. This is just simple EVA foam underfoot, so it's not going to be anything too special, and it feels kind of firm underfoot. while still giving you some level of step-in comfort. So again, this is a retro model from the early 1980s, so if you're expecting a shoe that's going to feel very soft and very plush, then you might not like these. But I gotta say, for everyday casual use, if you're a fan of, for example, a Nike Dunk or Nike Blazer or Cortez, then these will feel a little bit better than those. Finally, in terms of the overall quality and craftsmanship, so first off, material quality was excellent. I thought the suede especially was my favorite part. This long-haired suede really felt like it was great quality, and the rest of the materials used on the shoe really felt top-notch. And similarly, from an overall build and craftsmanship standpoint, aside from some very minor issues like some long threads I had to trim off myself, there really wasn't anything wrong at all with this shoe at all. So with all that out of the way now, let's toss these on feet and I'll show you guys how these look. Of the three pairs in this debut set, the V1, the V2, and the V3, my number one choice goes to the V3, and that's just personal preference because I'm a bigger fan of that model. And then second place goes to the V2 because I like how it bridges the gap of that retro feel of the V1 with the more technical and functional look of the V3. And then last but not least, the V1 comes in at last place. However, I don't want you to think that I don't like the V1 at all. I just think it has more of that retro look to it, which honestly, I gotta say, kind of matches the whole aesthetic of this collection pretty well. However, I've just never been as big of a fan of the V1 compared to the other two, but even though the resale price is pretty much non-existent for this one, I'm still very happy I was able to grab these for the collection. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about this Teddy Santis New Balance 990 V1. Of the three pairs in this debut set, how would you rank them from best to worst, and what are your overall thoughts on this specific shoe? If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at esco8. Check me out on my Twitter account at sean.go and visit my website at seango.ca. So until next time, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and I'll catch you guys all in the next one.